Girl hid a bag of bread in her clothes, but before she could get out of the shop, the manager stopped her. The shopkeeper then told the girl to call her parents to pay, but she kept her head down and didn't say anything. The manager's wife saw the girl's embarrassment. Instead of blaming her, she gave her the bread. When she walked out of the shop with the bread, there was a little girl even younger than her waiting outside. Then she gave her sister the only bread she had. It wasn't that she didn't want to contact her parents. She didn't know where her parents were. Then she took her sister towards her home. And this home is actually a van parked under the bridge. Not long ago, their mom suddenly disappeared from the house. Their father quit the house they were renting and took them to look for their mom. But a few days ago, he parked the van under the bridge. Then he left without a word. He never came back. Lisa and her sister have been living under the bridge since dad left without saying goodbye. There was no place to wash under the bridge. She took her sister to the park to wash her hair, but the tap water was too cold. Her sister always screamed when she froze. At night they slept in the car. To ease her hunger, Lisa would laugh and tell her fairy tales. During the days they lived under the bridge, Lisa noticed two boys passing by. One of them was always staring at them. One day Lisa went out to look for food and her sister woke up to find her missing. The two boys were just passing by and saw what happened. The two boys came over, but they didn't know what to do with a crying girl. But then Lisa came back. Her sister jumped into her arms. Without food, she and her sister would be hungry all night. Perhaps they had heard their sister's cries of hunger before they left. That night, the two boys brought a whole box of chicken legs. Lisa was too timid to accept the kindness of strangers, but her young sister took the chicken drumsticks. Lisa didn't realize that the boy had prepared the chicken legs especially for them. Unlike Lisa, the boy, Jack, had a nice family. His parents ran a small restaurant down the street. They weren't rich, but they had enough to live on. Jack was always followed by a tall, strong boy named Carl. The two of them were classmates and friends. Carl lived with his divorced mother, but Carl's mom often didn't come home for days at a time. Jack knew about Carl's situation, so he used to take Carl to his house for dinner. And Jack's parents didn't say anything. They'd make an extra meal for Carl every time. Lisa's place was right next to where they came home from school. Jack had been watching them for days. He realized that they had been abandoned by their parents. So that night at dinner, he lied and said he was hungry and asked his mom to make more food. He secretly packed the chicken drumsticks she had made. Then he lied that he was taking Carl home. Then he went under the bridge and asked Carl to deliver the chicken fingers to the sisters. The next day, Jack and his sister left for school. On their way to school, they saw the girl under the bridge again. Jack realized the girl was out looking for food. He took one look at her from a distance. Then he took his sister and left. At lunchtime, he put the bread in a plastic bag. After school, he couldn't wait to give it to the girl. But when Jack got there, he found a couple of thugs had taken over Lisa's van. They were playing around in the van as if it was theirs. Lisa and her sister could only watch from afar, not daring to resist. In the end, she had to take her sister and leave for a while. Jack followed the sisters for a while. Then he asked Carl to give them the bread. The moment they received the bread, Jack and Lisa looked at each other for the first time. Looking at Lisa's desperate and helpless eyes, Jack said he knew a place where they could eat. When his sister heard that, she followed him straight away. Lisa had no choice but to follow him. The place to eat was Jack's restaurant. He brought the two sisters home and asked his mother to make them something to eat. 10 minutes later, Jack's mom cooked a meal for the kids. Lisa and her sister gobbled up the food. It had been a long time since they'd had a good meal like this. Jack's mother asked the girls why they hadn't come home. The question silenced Lisa. She didn't know how to answer. She didn't want to admit that she didn't have a home anymore. Jack's mom didn't ask any more questions, as if she could see her dilemma. After dinner, she said goodbye to Jack's family. Then she took her sister and headed for the bridge. They returned to the van. The van was in a terrible state of disarray. The gangsters had taken all their stuff. That night, it was raining heavily, but Lisa couldn't sleep because she had a feeling that her father would never come back. She didn't know what she was going to do. She finally broke down. She opened the car door and ran out. She ran alone into the rain, running without any destination. Dense raindrops fell from the sky and washed away her sadness and helplessness. All these days he had been pretending to be strong in front of his sister. She could only reveal her vulnerability at this moment. As an older sister, she easily forgets that she's just a 10-year-old.